That celebrates the living, breathing tradition of oral literature. Before words found permanence on paper, they traveled through voices, sung by bards, recited by sages, and woven into the fabric of everyday life. The oral tradition has always been the heartbeat of storytelling, shaping cultures, preserving histories, and passing down wisdom across generations. Nowhere is this tradition more alive than in India's northeast, a land where folklore and oral narratives echo through the hills and river valleys. From the ancient chants of the Meiteis to the age-old fables of the Khasis, from the ballads of the Missings to the lemons of the Ao Nagas, our region carries a treasure trove of voices that refuse to be forgotten. As we gather here by the Burhaluit, a river that has been both a witness and a storyteller itself, let us immerse ourselves in these oral traditions, listening, learning, and honoring the voices that have shaped our past and continue to inspire our future. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the listener Brahmaputra. Let the stories begin. The Assam Royal Global University is proud to host the third edition of the Listener. The festival is a one-of-a-kind festival of oral literature that focuses on the Northeast India. It aims to present, document, and archive the intangible cultural heritages of Northeast India using technology. The Listener is conceptualized and initiated for the region by Imasi, the Maharaj Kumari Binodini Devi Foundation of Manipur. On behalf of the Assam Royal Global University, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartiest welcome to all the dignitaries, invited speakers, participants, and student friends. We are also delighted to have been joined by the Honorable Chancellor of the Assam Royal Global University, Dr. A.K. Pansari. Sir, thank you for being with us here today. At the very outset, may I request Professor Shiela Bora, Advisor to the Department of History, Royal Global University, and the Festival Director, to deliver the welcome address.
Respected Dr. A.K. Pansari, Honorable Chancellor, the Assam Royal Global University, respected Professor Y.S.R. Murthy, Vice Chancellor, the Assam Royal Global University, Her Excellency Diana Mickiewicz, the Ambassador of the Republic of Lithuania to India, Professor Stephen Moray, Associate Professor in the Department of Languages and Linguistics, La Trobe University, Melbourne, and Dr. Arun Sharma, who's supposed to be here, but I think he's a bit late. Distinguished panelists, esteemed discussants, ladies and gentlemen present. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you most cordially this evening to our beautiful university at the official inauguration of the Listener Brahmaputra, a festival of orality. Held for the first time in Assam, this festival is a third edition of a one-of-its-kind festival of oral traditions conceptualized and initiated by Imasi, the Maharaj Kumari Binodini Devi Foundation of Manipur, to celebrate and bring together voices from across Northeast India. We have in our midst a diverse and accomplished group of individuals who have traveled long distances to be a part of this significant event. The northeast of India, with its enchanting landscapes and vibrant communities, has a unique treasure trove of stories, songs, and narratives to share with the world. Storytelling has been the cornerstone of Northeast culture for centuries. Today, as we gather here to pay tribute to the power of words and the art of storytelling, it is a privilege to have you all here. Your presence truly enhances the significance of this event. Our panelists and discussants, each expert in their own respective fields, will guide us through an enlightening journey of conversation and discourse. The enthusiasm and participation of our talented artists and performers will transport us to a world of wonder with their performances. And our audience, both in person and those who have joined us from long distances, will add to the significance of the event. As we are about to begin our festivities, I once again express my gratefulness to those who have made long journeys to be here, as it reflects the dedication and commitment we all share in preserving our cultural heritage. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. To begin our festival with peace, mindfulness, and reflection, I now invite on stage Venerable Moseng Mandao and Venerable Khetseng Sinkai to lead us in a Pali Theravada Buddhist prayer.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, first of all, good evening, one and all. So all the respected guests and my dear all the students. So suddenly we came to know about this program. So it is my first time to share in among all the peoples, like first time in my speech or something sharing among the peoples. So little what we came yesterday. So today we reach. So before chant the prayer, so I would like to say something about the Pali chanting. Pali means maybe most of our Indians know. There are three means language we preserve, like Pali, Prakrit, and Sanskrit. This is three ancient language we preserve in our own way. So this Pali we preserve this Pali in our Theravada way. So in Pali we believe, Pali means the teaching of the Buddha. So since memorial at the time of the Buddha, we preserve through verbally, by after generation to generations, by handing over from theras, means from elder. So since now we are preserved. So in many ways we try to recite in many ceremonies, like when some are birth, when some are marriage, when some are dead. So in many ways we are try to recite. So today we will going to recite. So while reciting, I request everyone fold your hands. So out of respect, out of gratitude, so we will invoke the teaching of the enlightened words. So I will keep it little bit short, so that it will make you good feel. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Idi biso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vichacharana sampanno sugato lokavido anutaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manusanang Buddho Bhagavati Namo Tassa Samma Sambuddhassa Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Upanayiko Pachatang Vedidabbo Vinyohi Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangha Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangha Nyayapatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangha Samicipatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangha Yadidang Chatari Purisa Yugani Ata Purisa Pugala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangha Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dakineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anutarang Punyang Ketang Lokasati Namo Tassa Ayapugala Mahasanghasa Ewang Buddhang Sarantanang Dhammang Sanghang Cabikawo Bhayang Vacham Vitatang Va Lomahang Sonai Vipati Pativahaya Sabha Sampati Sediya Sabha Dukhang Vinasaya Sabha Bhayang Vinasaya Sabha Rogang Vinasaya Bhavidighayu Kadayakang Sabha Lokang Hitataya Paritang Tang Manamahi Samanta Cakavaliso Atragachantu Devada Sadhammang Munirajasa Sunantu Sakhamokadang Dhamma Savanakalo Ayang Badanta Dhamma Savanakalo Ayang Badanta Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Ewang me sutang ekang samayang bhagava savatiyang viharati cetavani anatapindika sa arami athako anyatara devata abhikanta yaratiya abhikanta vannang kevalakapam cetavanang upasedva Yena Bhagavati Nupasankami Upasankamidva Bhagavantang Abhivadidva Ekamantang Atasi Ekamantang Titakosa Devata Bhagavantang Ghataya Bahudeva manusa cha mangalani ajintayo angkang kamana sotanang brohi mangalamutam asevana sabalanang panditanang ca sevan puja sapujaniyantang etang mangalamutam Patirupade savacho cha pobe sakata punyata adasamma panidi cha etang mangalamutam pati sachancasi pancha vinayo sasuche subhasita chaya vacha etang mangalamutamang Pito upadanang podadhara sasanga anakula sakamanta etang mangalamutam dhanancha dhammacharya cha nyatananancha sangaho anavajani kammani etang mangalamutam Arati virati papa majapanancha sanyam Appamado sadhammeso etang mangalamutamang Garavo cha nivato cha santuti sakatanyut Kalena dhamma savana etang mangalamutamang Dasu vachasata samananancha dasanang kalena dhamma chakas etang mangalamutamang tapocha brahmacharyas ariyasa cha nadasanang nibbana sachikariyat etang mangalamutamang Buddha saloka dhamme citang yasa nakamati asokang virajang kemang etang mangalamutam etadisani kadvana sabadama parajita sabadaso tinggacanti tang te sang mangalamutamang ti Etena sajavajena sotite hotu sabada Etena sajavajena sabadukhang vinasanto Etena sajavajena sabavayang vinasanto Etena sajavajena sabadukhang vinasanto Etena sajavajena O tu te jaya mangalang etena sajavajena patu te ratanantayang tiyo vivajanto sabarogo vinasat mate bhavan kvantarayo sukhe digayuko abhivadana silesa nichang buddhang pachayina Chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvanno sukhang balanti aruragyoga sampati saga sampati vevacha ato nibbana sampati aginade saminjatuti sadhu sadhu sadhu. Okay. By the blessing of Lord Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and may you all be happy and long life, live long life, good health, and peace of mind. Thank you.
Thank you. As the echoes of the sacred chant linger, filling this space with peace and reverence, let us now move on to the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. May I request our distinguished guests to kindly come forward and light the ceremonial lamp. I also request our Honorable Chancellor, sir, to kindly join us in lighting the lamp.
Arogyam dhanasampada shubham kurutvam kalyanam Arogyam dhanasampada shatru buddhi vinashaya Deepajyotir namostute Deepajyotir
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now welcome and honor those whose presence makes these gatherings even more special. We've been honored with the presence of Her Excellency, Ms. Diana Mickiewicz, the Ambassador of Lithuania to India. Madam is a career diplomat with over 30 years of experience and was the Ambassador of Lithuania to China from 2020 to 2022. She has a BA in philosophy, an MA in history of culture and social anthropology, and a diploma in international relations, and taught South Asian history at Vilnius University. She has published extensively on classical Indian dance and India-Lithuania historic relations, and a book titled All of My Indias in 2011. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us here today. I'd like to request the Honorable Vice Chancellor of our University, Professor Y.S.R. Murthy, to kindly felicitate ma'am. Madam is presented with an airy shawl and a memento. Interests include smaller, often endangered languages spoken on the India-Myanmar border. He also researches the Aboriginal languages of Australia, interpreting 19th century publications and manuscript sources. Traditional song is a focus in his research both in Asia and Australia. Sir, thank you for accepting our invitation and being here as a keynote speaker. May I request Professor Shiela Bora, the Festival Director, to kindly felicitate Professor More. We'd also like Somi Roy to address the gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Roy is a cultural conservationist, curator, and translator. He has curated films for museums in New York, like the Museum of Modern Art, the Whitney Museum of American Art, and Asia Society. His translations of his mother, the world-renowned writer from Manipur, Binodini Deviji, include the Penguin modern classic novel, The Princess and the Political Agent, published in 2020. Mr. Roy is the author of And That Is Why, Manipuri Myths Retold, published in 2021, which is the precursor to Feathers, Fool and Fards, Manipuri Folktales Retold. He is the founder trustee of Imasi, the Maharaj Kumari Binodini Devi Foundation in Imphal, which organizes this literature festival. Sir, over to you.
Thank you. It's always special to come up on stage and say something about the listener. It is a project very dear to my heart, and this time it has been my great privilege to work with Professor Shiela Bora as the festival director of the third edition called The Listener, Brahmaputra. I love that name, Brahmaputra. Perhaps the only boy river in India of the great rivers. It brings us to Assam after the first two editions in Manipur and in Nagaland. And each festival, it's been a great voyage of discovery, new things as we kind of try to program something, a festival that we believe is a festival that is for the Northeast, by the Northeast, and in the Northeast. Our region, which strangely does not have a name, it is still to be named. We have to give our own name to this region. But this region has a literary legacy that may seem non-existent to some people, but to us here in the northeast of India, in the 8 states of the northeast, is very real. We encounter it every day. I was so moved listening to the venerable teacher's prayers, not even a religious person myself, but from the discovery that Pali, that I had thought had gone extinct in India in the 14th or 15th century, was alive and well in the Buddhist practices of the Singpo of Arunachal Pradesh. So this has been a great voyage of discovery. And in all this, we want to champion, as we did from the very beginning, from the very start, we want to champion the unwritten literatures. The literatures from communities and languages that do not have a script. We want to champion that. We want to validate that and to say that just because a literature is not written does not make it any less inferior. We don't know anything about it virtually, and we don't know anything about each other in this region. So we want to do a festival that brings together this literature, this literary heritage from the cultures that do not have written or have very little written legacies. And we want to say, we are not less worthy. We will validate you. And by doing that, we validate ourselves. And our literature in the Northeast is largely unwritten. And so much to be discovered and so much to be heard, because we are a literature festival without books. We are the only literature festival without books. It's a literature festival of literature that is heard, not read. And that itself, as my friend from UNESCO said when we first started this, Mr. Ezekiel Dalamini from New Delhi said, the listener is not just a literature festival, it is a movement. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Professor Y.S.R. Murthy, the chief guest of today's program and the Vice Chancellor of the Assam Royal Global University, to kindly address the gathering.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Though Professor Shiela Bora has given a welcome address, I want to add my own welcome. On behalf of the Chancellor of the Assam Royal Global University, Dr. A.K. Pansari, I wish to extend a warm welcome to all dignitaries, starting with Her Excellency, Ambassador of Lithuania to India, Ms. Diana Micheke Vichena, Professor Stephen Morey, Mr. Somi Roy, Professor Shiela Bora, my dear friend Sanjay Hajarika and other keynote speakers, deans, faculty, staff and students of RGU, good evening. I wish to compliment Professor Shiela Bora for taking this initiative to forge a collaboration with the Imasi, the Maharaj Kumari Binodini Foundation, Intact Assam chapter and many others, and organize this wonderful 3-day Listener Brahmaputra festival. Who does not like their own mother tongue? It is a language of intimacy, language of courting and higher aesthetic experience. Oral traditions and oral literature have a great significance in the history of the world. Sound can be regarded as the founding pillar of our civilization. The ancient Indian wisdom has proclaimed its significance thousands of years ago. In Sanskrit, the term nada means sound or vibration. Nada Brahma, or the term or the universe is sound, is a central concept in Indian philosophy. According to this viewpoint, the cosmos began with a single sound, Om, which reverberates throughout the creation. This idea is based on ancient Hindu writings, Vedas and Upanishads, which see sound as the foundation of cosmic order and divine manifestation. Indians regarded Nadopasana, or propitiation of sound through mantra, as the surest way to salvation. India has more than a 5,000-year-old civilization. Our rich oral tradition has in fact contribution to the civilizational continuity, with Vedas and many epics passed on for millennia in the oral tradition. Oral languages contribute to the culture preservation by carrying stories, folklore, rituals, and customs that define a community's identity. Many indigenous communities rely on them to pass down knowledge about their environment, medicinal practices, agricultural techniques, and social norms. They maintain unity and social cohesion within a group. Each oral language contributes to the linguistic diversity of the world. This diversity is crucial for the richness of human expression and thought, offering different perspectives and ways of understanding the world. For many children, oral language is the foundation of their early education. It helps in developing cognitive skills, literacy, and the ability to communicate effectively. Preserving oral languages is essential for maintaining the diversity and richness of human heritage. At this point, I want to share a small anecdote. About 6-7 years back, I happened to visit Bulgaria, particularly the University of Sofia in Bulgaria, for a collaboration meeting under a Eurasia project as a part of my earlier university, the OP Jindal Global University. And their National Day fell during our presence at their university, and in fact it was called the Day of the Alphabet. And there was a huge procession. In fact, it was a day on which the notional day on which the alphabet arrived their civilization, and the president of the country led the march, and I was so impressed with a couple of other features. The academics from the University of Sofia were at the forefront, and the very fact that the day of the alphabet is celebrated shows the connections between language, civilization, and it means a lot. Nowhere have I seen such a celebration of the day of the alphabet, and we have seen in our country, Republic Day, March past. There was a similar pomp, similar celebration about the day of the alphabet in the Sofia. I'm not a linguist, and so I would like to share a few perspectives from my own discipline, that is of human rights law. I want to approach the issue of language from the human rights law background. I want to share the relevant international legal framework as well as the Indian legal framework. When we are talking about languages, India is a signatory to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights called ICCPR, and having, by virtue of signing and ratifying, it has undertaken obligations to respect, protect, and ensure various rights mentioned in that covenant. In fact, more than 2/3 of the world's countries, nearly around 150, have signed and ratified this important covenant. In fact, Article 27 of that ICCPR provides that, and I quote, "In those states in which ethnic, religious, and linguistic minorities exist, persons belonging to such minorities shall not be denied the right, in community with the other members of their group, to enjoy their own culture, to profess and practice their own religion, or to use their own language," unquote. Later, the United Nations General Assembly in 1992 adopted the Declaration on the Rights of Persons Belonging to National or Ethnic, Religious, and Linguistic Minorities. The preamble of that declaration recognizes that the promotion and protection of the rights of persons belonging to national or ethnic and linguistic minorities contribute to the political and social stability of states in which they live. It emphasizes that the constant promotion and realization of the rights of persons belonging to national or ethnic, religious, and linguistic minorities as an integral part of the development of society as a whole and within the democratic framework based on the rule of law would contribute to strengthening of friendship and cooperation among peoples and states. It therefore stresses greater implementation of the relevant international human rights standards. If you look at Article 1 of the declaration, states are required to protect the existence of national, ethnic, cultural, religious, and linguistic identity of minorities within their respective territories and shall encourage conditions for the promotion of their identity. States shall adopt appropriate legislative and other measures to achieve those ends. And it goes on, it mentions several obligations of states to protect about the religious, social, and other rights of the minorities. And if you look at the Indian Constitution, India is a diverse country with a tremendous or humongous diversity, religious, linguistic, and other diversity. At one point of time, there were over 1,600 languages. The Indian Constitution recognizes the importance of protecting and promoting linguistic minorities. The Indian Constitution provides explicit safeguards for linguistic minorities to preserve their languages and cultures. The key constitutional provisions include Article 29, which says that the Constitution safeguards the interests of minorities by allowing them to conserve their distinct language, script, and culture. And Article 30 of the Constitution grants minority communities the right to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice, preserving their language and culture through education. Despite these international human rights standards, despite these constitutional safeguards, there still exists many key challenges to the protection of the rights of linguistic minorities. India was, as I said, is home to a vast linguistic diversity with about 1,600 languages a few decades ago, but many of its languages are at risk of extinction. According to recent studies, about 200 to 400 languages in India are at the risk of dying, with some of them ranging from vulnerable category to definitely endangered to severely and critically endangered languages. You can at once imagine what would be the catastrophic consequences for people who speak those languages. There is an urgent need for efforts to preserve and revitalize these languages to maintain the country's rich cultural heritage. Linguistic minorities are an integral part of the global social fabric, contributing to the cultural diversity and the richness of human languages. If you look at the international scenario, many indigenous languages are at the risk of extinction. Numbers range from 1,400 to about 7,000 languages which are at a serious risk. Professor Stephen mentioned that Northeast is a linguistic hotspot. It hosts a lot of indigenous communities and indigenous languages, some having oral tradition and some written script. Scholars say that every month one language dies. Mother tongue based multilingual education is one of the steps needed to address it. There is a need to promote tribal languages as a medium of communication and education. Tribal languages can also be endorsed through innovative cultural and entertainment programs like dramas, films, etc. In addition, digitization of some of these oral traditions can immensely help. With these few words, I once again wish the deliberation every success, and I look forward to the next 3 days of deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite on stage Madam Santila Yangir to present the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Good evening, respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, honorable speakers, the deans and faculty members of Global University, honorable speakers, and dear participants. It is an absolute honor to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks on this very special occasion, the inauguration of the listener Brahmaputra, a festival of oral literature. And this festival is a tribute and celebration to the richness of languages, the beauty of cultural diversity, and the power of orality that bridges communities across the world. I'd like to thank the Chancellor, Dr. A.K. Pansari, who graced us with his presence at the inaugural function. And first and foremost, on behalf of Imasi Foundation, I express my deepest gratitude to our chief
guest, Professor Dr. Y.S.R. Murthy, the Vice Chancellor, Royal Global University, for gracing this event, and whose inspiring words have set the tone for this festival. Your presence and insights have truly enriched the occasion. Thank you, Professor Dr. Murthy, and a special note of gratitude for the invaluable collaborative support in bringing this festival to life. Your partnership has played a crucial role in making this event a reality, and we deeply appreciate the university's commitment to promoting linguistic and cultural exchange. We hope this partnership does not end here, but rather strengthens in future collaborations as academic partners. Thank you. Is Dr. Arun Sharma, Director General, Nectar, thank you for gracing us with your presence. And I also extend sincere thanks to our guest speaker, Her Excellency, the Lithuanian Ambassador, Ambassador Diana Mixnivichine. Have I got it correctly? The Ambassador of the Republic of Lithuania to India. Thank you for your presence and support. Your enthusiasm for the listener Brahmaputra has been most inspiring and encouraging, to say the least, and we look forward to your engaging participation in the upcoming sessions, discussions, and celebrations that lie ahead in the next 2 days. On behalf of the organizing committee and everyone present here, I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Stephen Murray, Associate Professor, La Trobe University, Melbourne, Australia, for an enlightening and inspiring address. Your insights, Doctor, have once again added immense value to the listener, setting the stage for meaningful discussions and deeper explorations into the beauty and significance of language, providing us with new perspectives and a deeper appreciation of the role oral traditions plays in shaping societies and cultures. Once again, thank you for being with us and for making this festival even more special with your presence. With deep reverence and gratitude, I extend my heartfelt thanks to the Venerable monks, Venerable Mongsing Mantau and Venerable Ketsing Sinkai, for gracing this occasion with their esteemed presence and for blessing this festival with their sacred prayers. Your spiritual guidance and blessings not only sanctify this festival, but also remind us of the profound role that oral traditions play in preserving wisdom, heritage, and spiritual values across generations. Just as languages and stories carry the essence of a culture, your prayers carry the essence of peace, harmony, and enlightenment. We are truly honored by your presence and your blessings, which will undoubtedly guide the listener Brahmaputra toward a meaningful and enriching experience for all. May your prayers bring harmony and success to this festival and inspire us all on this language of learning and cultural exchange. Thank you once again for gracing us with your wisdom and blessings. I also extend sincere thanks to our guest speakers, our panelists and experts in the next 2 days who will come with years of experience, and specialists in their fields who will be sharing their wisdom and expertise throughout the festival. Your contributions will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on all attendees and participants. And to the various Royal Global University organizing committees led by Professor Sumiron, volunteers, anchors, rapporteurs in the coming days, and everyone who has contributed toward the festival, your meticulous planning and tireless efforts behind the scenes have ensured the seamless execution of this event. Your commitment is truly commendable. This is a special acknowledgement to all the cultural participants of the festival and tonight's cultural team from the Royal Global University. Thank you for your time and commitment. Your presence in the listener Brahmaputra gives immense value to this festival, enriching it with your dedication, talent, and cultural expressions, bringing life to the traditions we honor, creating an atmosphere of learning, anticipation, appreciation, sharing, and unity. Know that your contributions help preserve and celebrate the importance of oral traditions, ensuring they continue to inspire and connect generations. And we deeply appreciate your time and effort in making the listener program a truly memorable and meaningful experience, sharing your gifts with us. We are also thankful to our sponsors and supporters for their generous contributions, which have been so vital in facilitating this festival. Our collaborators, Corsal USA, Intact Assam, fiscal partners, Media Management for Literacy and Development, and Mr. Sanjeev Bihari. To our participants and attendees, thank you for your enthusiasm and engagement. Your presence here reflects a collective passion for oral literature and cultures, which is the sense of our festival, the listener Brahmaputra. And as we embark on the sessions and activities ahead in the next 2 days, let us celebrate the rich tapestry of oral literature, listen and witness the knowledge keepers, performers, storytellers, and embrace the learning opportunities they offer. Last, but not the very least, the listener Brahmaputra would not have been possible without the indomitable spirit of Dr. Shiela Bora. As the festival director, she has guided her teams and worked tirelessly, coordinating every detail with passion and precision. Her unwavering commitment, hard work, and leadership have been the driving force that has brought this festival to life. So can you all join me in a round of applause to Dr. Shiela Bora. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and may this festival be an inspiring and enriching experience for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we come to an end of the formal part of the inaugural ceremony.